Hello and welcome to the One Verse Devotional podcast. I am so glad that you guys are joining with me today. Happy Sunday. It's the start of a new week, and so we are diving into a psalm. We are beginning every week this year with a psalm to kind of start the week off with a heart of worship, really. But I also love the psalms are so just real to life. They're great worship songs and psalms, but they're also just true when it comes to the different emotions and feelings that we deal with in life, whether it's anxiety or depression, whether it's worried about if God's going to take care of us. Maybe you feel like you have some enemies, that are coming against you. Psalms deals with all of that. And so I love starting our week with a psalm. And so I'm, again, thankful that you're with me here today, whether you're listening on the podcast, maybe you're driving in your car, or home listening on your phone while you're doing the laundry, or maybe you joined us here on YouTube. Thank you so much for being with me here today. My name is Matt, and I'm excited to be diving into God's Word. Our one verse today is Psalm 62, verse 8, and it says, "Trust in Him at all times, you people. Pour out your hearts to Him, for God is our refuge." I find it interesting here that it says, trust in Him at all times. That's an important piece of this verse. In other words, He knows that if He has to tell us to trust in Him at all times, that means that there are times in our life when things aren't going according to plan, right? When things aren't going the best, and we have to remind ourselves, hey, we're still supposed to trust in God. Trust in Him at all times. It's easy to trust in Him during the good times, right? It's easy to trust in Him when everything's going right and life is up and to the right, and going well on our graph of our life, and things are falling into place, and work's going good, and our relationships are good, and our kids are actually obeying us, and our marriages are going healthy and growing. That's when it's easy to trust God. But when we get that phone call, or we have to face this medical bill, or we thought that we had money set aside for one thing and then we got hit with something else, those are the times that it's a little bit harder, isn't it? But it says, trust in Him at all times, you people. Pour out your hearts to Him. That you can come to God, that you can cry out to Him. It says, for God is our refuge. I love that phrase, that God is our refuge. What is a refuge? It is a condition. This is just the definition of a refuge just in our language. I'm not going into the original language in the Hebrew here in Psalms. Just in our English language, what does refuge mean? A condition of being safe or sheltered from pursuit, danger, or trouble. Is that where you're at in life today? Do you feel like you're maybe in trouble? That danger is just at every turn in life? Maybe you feel like you're being pursued by someone who's after you, by an enemy, by debt, right? Whatever it is, it's those things that pull us away from trusting in God. And yet Psalm 62:8 reminds us that God is our refuge. That He is that shelter, that safe place when we are being pursued by danger or stress or the anxieties of life. So I think this is a great verse to begin our week. Just to remember to trust God at all times, in the good, in the bad, when we have peace or when we're suffering from a little bit of stress and anxiety. That those are the times that we reach out to God, that we can cry out to Him. He is a good God, and He is our refuge. He is our shelter in that time of need. Have a great day.